Mm-mm.
You sounded fun to me.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Day Drink Discussions. This is episode number 8. What's happening?
Hey man, just staying black, not being wet.
That's
Staying
that's not.
hydrated, keeping my spine straight.
There you go. Stay hydrated. Make your bed in the morning. Do something with your life.
I don't know about the bed thing. I've never enjoyed that.
I enjoy it. It wasn't as until late that I started enjoying making my bed because I know it sounds stupid and I've heard it before, but it makes me feel like I accomplished something at the very beginning of the day. And then coming home to a homemade bed or to a homemade coming home to a made bed, I feel even better.
Hey, I will say that going to bed and it already being made, just when you walk into a room, like it makes the room feel cleaner. Like even if there's a little bit of disorganization elsewhere in the room, that made bed just kind of serves as like a centerpiece of like, oh yeah, I'm put together. I can handle life a little bit.
Exactly. And that's I was always the, teenager that oh shit, let me turn the heater off. I was always a teenager that's like, why am I gonna make my bed when it's just gonna get messed up again? And that carried into adulthood. But it's like, honestly, I roll around a lot in my sleep, but my bed's not that messed up when I wake up. All I gotta do is do this, do that, and bam, right there.
Yeah,
But if I don't make it for like 3 or 4 days, then yes, it's totally fucked up.
yep. But yeah, sometimes it's just the last thing on my mind, and usually once I leave the bedroom, I don't come back to it. So if I don't clean it on the way out, I just have no more reason to be in that room before I leave for work. So
I feel you. I go take a shower and then I come back and get ready in my room. So once I get ready, I'm ready to go and I'm in my room. So I make my bed. Not every morning, but I try to.
gotcha. So so
So,
so what's up with your little boy, Lil Wayne, and
so
guilty?
what the? How did you hear about this?
Wendy told me over dinner. She read an article.
Wow.
Well, it was actually over breakfast because we went out to breakfast with family that was in town over the weekend, and they got mimosas, and I was like, I don't want to drink this early. I definitely don't want anything sweet. But Wendy drank like half of her mimosa. She goes, "Oh my belly hurts a little bit." And like, it reminds me of that Lil Wayne song. Like, what song? I was like, I can't remember the song, but the line is, "I don't drink champagne. It make my stomach hurt."
Stomach hurt.
I'm on like Patron. Fuck me wrong, get murked.
Oh yeah.
But, she goes, "Oh, speaking of him, he pled guilty." I was like, "What the fuck? Really?"
It it kind of makes sense because it's the way that the judicial system is set up for people to fail. But when you have someone that has the money to buy as good of lawyers as he has, it's still kind of surprising. But if it was like you or me, it would be better to plead guilty than to try to fight it, possibly lose, probably lose, and get a bigger sentence.
Yeah, I mean, he has lawyers on retainer, so the moment he got popped, he probably, not probably, but definitely had somebody working on a good plea deal for him. So whatever reason he pled guilty, whether he believes he's innocent or not, he's probably gonna get a much better deal than had he gone to trial.
Oh man, that sucks, man. The only thing that I'm cool with Wayne going to jail for a few years is I know 100% he can release like an album a year because that man records so much that I'm kind of fine with it. And shows ain't happening, so it's like they're gonna happen eventually, but it's not like I'm missing a live show, you know?
I was like, fuck it, like I can't go see him live anyways. I'll do some time at Rikers, he'll be okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Man.
But yeah, sentencing hasn't happened yet. But I'm not sure if he's still a free man right now. I'm not sure if he's in holding until sentencing. But yeah, according to what she read, he definitely pled guilty.
That's weird I didn't hear about it because I always get like I stay on top of hip hop news.
Well, you're on your laptop. Look it up right quick,
I can look it up on my phone
or that.
because I'm on my laptop. But it's just crazy because I ain't saying she's wrong. I'm just saying that I follow so many hip hop media outlets, that's most times something that would pop up. Someone would be talking about it, but down. I'll, Lil Wayne pleads guilty to federal firearm charge.
Damn. Yeah.
And it's with you got the Rolling Stone, CBS News, so those are reputable sources.
Yeah, so that bullshit news source you be following, you need to find, a news source. they slow.
Well, when it comes to everyday struggle, got the sad news with them that this is their last week, so they did a 2020 recap that was already pre-recorded, so most times it would be them. But there's still like 2 or 3 other sources, like the Breakfast Club. They would have had the rumor report. I just must not have gotten a notification this time.
Gotcha.
So I was talking to my manager and I asked her, I said,
that text last night was hilarious. By
oh, right. So I asked her last week, I said, hey, do you think if I get my bridge pierced that people will say something? And I thought she was going to be like, yeah, that's too much. There's no way. But she was like, I mean, you already have 5 face piercings. Why not add another one? I was like, really? You don't think they'll say anything? And I was like, but the lady that checks my temperature, the nurse, I was like, she's kind of older, so that's going to be one of the first things she sees when she sticks a gun to my head. And she was like, no, I think she'll be fine. I was like, okay. And she was like, but, she's like, that would bug me because you put your finger here and you can see it. You would always be able to see it. And I was like, yeah, it is going to be annoying, but I really want it. Since I got my double nostrils, I really want it. And she was like, what about a dermal? I think those are cute. And I was like, I would like that. She's like, what about 3 of them going down? I was like, oh, we're getting intense now. You're talking my language. So I might either get 3 dermals starting like at my eye, 3 kind of in an angle, or get the bridge of my nose pierced. One of them's 100% happening.
With dermals, you can only have those surgically removed. Like, so if you ever get tired of that piercing, don't you have to have like a surgery to open the skin back up?
It's something like that. I don't know if it's that intense. I know that's what I've always heard, but I haven't done my research. I would definitely do my research just before going to getting one, but yeah.
Yeah, because the backing is actually under your skin.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just take it out. You can't go to. I don't think you can go to the tattoo shop and have them take it. I don't know how it works, but I either want that or probably the bridge. I'll probably go with the bridge.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then if I feel like I got empty space, I'll get the dermals.
Yeah, so I actually just put my finger to right here, and I was like, shit, you will be. I wonder, like, if you ever get to a point where you don't see it.
No, I don't think so because I even see my my nostril piercings. I see those all the time. It doesn't bug me anymore. For like the first 2 weeks, I was like, this shit's so annoying because I'd go to like wipe my nose and fucking like jag it a little bit. Shit would hurt. But now it's like, I know it's there. I see it. It's not annoying.
Well, that's weird because, like, looking at you right now, I don't even see my nose unless I look down.
Yeah, but it's definitely sticking out a little bit where you can. And it's the same thing. Like, looking at you, I don't see it. But when I look down or go to get something out my peripheral, then I see it. It's not an all the time thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to cut my nose off because I see it when I tie my shoes, so.
The bridge, though, I'm pretty sure the bridge is going to be constant.
Yeah, because, I mean, like, let's see. Find something small just to, like, put right there. Like, looking at you, I see that shit.
Yeah.
Would drive me nuts.
And there's going to be 2 balls, because you can't see the bar. There's just 2 balls on the side, so you're definitely going to be able to see them.
Yeah, I'd be cross-eyed. People are like, what's wrong with you? I see my fucking bridge.
Shit's annoying.
Oh, man.
I had a fucking stressful day at work and Friday. And Friday, this weekend I was proud of myself because I ain't had a stressful day like this in a long ass time, like this stressful. And I didn't think about it again until this morning. I had forgot all about it because I don't like to think about work if I ain't at work. And then today was even more stressful. But I don't know, I just try to look at the positive with shit, and it's like, since the day was so stressful and it was balls to the wall, time went by fast as hell because if you're racing for to get shit done within a certain time limit, then time goes by fast as fuck. And I definitely didn't get everything done. I'm like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this. And next thing I know, it's 8 o'clock. I'm like, oh shit, we all for it. Fuck this, I ain't thinking about this bitch again. And I was like, well, I gotta think of a positive, so I thought of a positive, and I just brought it up right now.
Yeah, same here with me. Did what? Walked in the building today about 10:30 to 7 p.m. Went quick.
I was laughing so hard Friday. I laughed for like 3 minutes straight. Like I would laugh for like 10 seconds, and then I'd stop laughing because I was on my way to Wasabi, right? And I thought about something my supervisor said, like right before I took my lunch. She was like, well, this has to be done by this time. I was like, all right, I'll try my best. And she was like, do you just want to skip lunch today? And I said, nope. I said it so fast. And then on my way to Wasabi, I could not stop laughing. I'm like, this bitch really asked me if I want to skip. I ain't skipping my lunch. I don't care what it is. I ain't skipping my lunch. And then I thought of you, and I started laughing even harder. I'm like, this dude be skipping his lunch. I ain't skipping mine. That's my hour to not think about shit.
And then even when I take my lunch, like today I had a fucking peanut butter sandwich with rye bread. I didn't even have like a real meal.
And you didn't take the whole hour?
Oh, fuck yeah, I took an hour and 5 today.
Oh, okay. That's what's up, man.
It was one of those Mondays I was like, I need to take my mind off this shit.
Hey, I want to talk to you. This is a little bit about business, but I want to talk to you about reels because honestly, I'm confused about them. I don't know how they work. You can do up to... Huh?
I said post them.
Oh, yeah, but you can do up to 30 seconds. So would I just take a 30-second clip of our video and post it as a reel?
Yeah.
Okay, because I have my burner account that I just test shit on, and I posted a reel, and if I post a picture to it, 1 like, maybe 2, because I got like 49 followers. But if I posted a reel and got like 11 likes and didn't use any hashtags. So I was like, oh shit, this real shit actually works, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be posting.
Yeah, because right now, like if you look on the homepage, and this is something I learned from your favorite online mentor,
Gary V.
If you want to know how to get more visibility on a social media platform, look at what they have as far as buttons on the homepage. And Reels is like #1 right now for Instagram.
No, it's huge because I go to the search bar and it's just like fucking 10 reels that are there.
Yeah, all you see is Reels.
Yeah. And I think what the first one I want to do is a 1 chip challenge and end it right before you get our reactions. So hopefully it'll make people want to go click on the link and be like, oh shit, I want to see what their reactions were.
Yeah, and use kind of like we were talking about call to action. So just have a very clear call to action. Just say, hey, click on the link in the bio to see what the reactions are.
Exactly, and hashtag 1 chip challenge.
Yeah, that should probably get a lot of visibility.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, Instagram is pushing Reels right now.
Yeah, it's their new feature, so I mean,
yeah,
it makes sense.
They did it with stories, and then they did with IGTV, so.
Basically, they just stole fucking Snapchat's fucking method and took over that bitch.
I mean, Instagram's owned by Facebook, so. Yeah, if they see somebody else doing something that's going to be successful and it's working, they're definitely going to implement it.
Hell yeah. I wanted to fucking... Yeah, I keep hot sauce in my room, don't judge me. I wanted to pour like a dab onto the chip as like the last dab that they do on Hot Ones. But I was like, man, then it's gonna look like I'm showing off. I ain't trying to do all that.
So man, after eating a chip, this is gonna sound crazy. As much as it was really bad, like I'm not gonna say, oh, it was easy. It was nothing to it.
Nah, it sucked.
That shit hurt.
But
But I wish I would have done like you, because I think I could have handled the whole chip,
you could have.
and I should have just eaten the whole chip at once and just dealt with the pain. But eating it, thinking about it, eating another bit of it, thinking about it, and it really kicking in, I was like that last 25%. I was like, fuck that. It is terrible. I even went out there and talked to the ladies, and I was like, hey, how am I doing on time? I know it's a half hour. I've gone over a little bit. They were like, oh, you're fine, but are you okay? I was like, what? They were like, you look like you're about to pass out. I'm like, don't worry about that. I'm asking if I have enough time to continue the podcast. They said, did you eat the whole chip? I said, I got about 25%, but do I have enough time to finish the podcast? Wendy goes, please don't eat the rest of it. She's like, you look like you're in trouble. I was like, I'm fine. Like, I only use my right hand. I haven't touched anything with my left hand.
Right.
Please don't, and please don't eat the rest of it.
I feel you, bro. Like, I even went back and watched it, and it's like I couldn't even comprehend. I think Gailey too, like, couldn't comprehend like what other people were saying, cause like you said something, and I tried to acknowledge it, and I just went back to the pain that I was going through. Like I heard you say it, I was like, oh, I need to acknowledge that because he's suffering too, and it's like, no, dude, I don't know what's going on right now.
Yeah, and then I went back and because I watched that with Wendy, I was like, hey, you want to see our reactions? Like every time I talked, it sounded like sounded like fucking gibberish. I was like, I can't even enunciate English well.
Dude,
my ability to speak well is diminished.
that shit hurt, man. Like that shit. It was fun. It was a fun thing, but it wasn't fun. It was like, damn, why are we doing this?
Yeah, I think that disclaimer on the back. I know part of it's marketing,
Mm-hmm.
but part of it's real too.
Yeah.
And, I'm not a detail oriented guy, so I didn't know about the disclaimer until you pointed it out.
Right.
I didn't look at it. I didn't read anything on the pack. I saw Packy one chip challenge. I was like, all right, cool. I'll set it here till December 12th. And then you're like, bro, but did you read the back of the pack? And I read it, and it fucked me up. And I was like, I don't know about this.
I just went from being kind of nervous, like, oh, this is gonna be a challenge, to oh shit, shit just got real.
Yeah. Seek medical attention if ...
Yeah, man. And you could tell how nervous I was reading it because what did I say? I know you corrected me on what is it, capsaicin?
Capsaicin, I believe is how it's pronounced.
Capsaicin. Okay, I don't remember what I said, but you were like sin, and I was like, oh, and I just kept going. But I think when I read nausea, and I was like nausea.
Nausea.
I was nervous, bro. Not nervous because I don't know how to read. I was nervous because I'm like, fuck, dude, this is really about to happen.
Yeah. And I wasn't expecting the chip to be like that charcoal black. Again, I thought it was gonna look like a fucking Dorito.
Right, yeah. I knew that just because I had watched Theo Von and them do it. I knew it was black.
Yeah, I purposefully didn't watch any videos just like Daniel because I was like, I don't want to see other people's reactions and maybe they're acting or maybe they're not.
Right.
Really get sketched out. So.
Right, I feel you.
I love hot food. Like if someone's like, "Hey, you want some Thai food?" Like, yeah, man, give me some pad Thai. I take that shit Thai hot. I want to call a lot of Thai. I'm like, hey, I want it hot Thai hot. That's what I tell them. I want hot Thai hot.
Right.
But I don't like challenges where it's gonna be just pain.
I ain't gonna say that I knew you were gonna be able to handle it better than me, but I knew you would be able to handle it the same as me because we've talked about this off air, but you did those fucking the hottest wings at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I ate 2 of them, and you fucking killed them. Like you were struggling, and it was hard, but you kept eating them. There's no way I could. After 2, I'm like, I'm done. This isn't fun.
No, we talked about that on our recording. It's on the
okay.
one that you haven't posted yet.
Mm.
Because I ate 17 of them that night. Because you ate two and Big ate one, and he was like, "Fuck that."
Yeah, that like when people say that they don't like spicy food because it's not fun, it's not enjoyable. That's how that was. Like there was no enjoyment in that at all.
And the wings that I had that night, or the chip.
The
Oh,
the chip was fun, but if I had to eat 10 of those,
yeah,
no,
you wouldn't eat 17 of those.
hell no, that would not be fun at all.
No, I mean those wings were painful, but to me there was good flavor, and the chip actually had pretty good flavor.
It did, yeah,
Whatever that spice blend was, that exact blend, like tone it down a little bit so it's not quite so hot.
right.
I hope you get on some wings or in like a chili or something like that.
I'm not gonna lie. Last night I got drunk, fell asleep around 7 or 8, and woke up at 3 in the morning. So I've been awake since 3 in the morning, and
Damn.
yeah, and I just looked at the I still had the packet. I hadn't thrown it away, and I just licked the inside of it, and it fucking burnt my lips. It was spicy for a good 10 minutes, but that flavor, man.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out what to do with the other 25% of my chip. Like, like the flavor was really good, and the
Yeah.
heat on 25%. If I put it in like a bowl of chili or something, I think
Mmm.
I think it'd be a great flavor.
Bruh, you should do that.
Like I'm not
That
gonna throw
sound.
it because at first I was like, "Fuck, I'm throwing that shit away."
Yeah, that's what I told you to do.
Yeah, I think it's usable. Like I'm not gonna eat it because why am I gonna eat just 25% of the chip and hurt myself for no reason?
Right.
Like to maybe um, like break it up real small, like put it on a hot dog with like some mustard, or put it in a bowl of chili, or maybe in like a bowl of macaroni and cheese.
I think the chili would be your best bet because hot dog, I don't know about you, but I don't want to crunch with my hot dog. And macaroni and cheese, I feel like the flavor wouldn't mix. But chili, dude, I feel like that would be the perfect fucking mix.
Yeah.
I,
Because when we had Thanksgiving with her parents, the first night before we actually had like turkey and all the traditional stuff, her dad made a bowl of deer chili, and one of his friends grows ghost peppers, and he has some dried and crushed ghost pepper, and we added that to our bowls of chili, and that was really good.
was it more so the flavor or the spice that added to it?
Both.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I think that's the best chili I've ever had. We had a chili cook off at my old job and there was like 10 different chilies that people, cooked and made and brought to work and the best one I it didn't win, but the best one in my opinion was the deer chili. Never had chili any better than deer chili.
Yeah, it's unbeatable.
But man, with the crushed fucking homegrown, you know where it's coming from, ghost peppers. I bet that was a perfect addition.
Yeah, it was great. And I asked him too. I was like, "So did your friend like, is this a spice blend or is this just ghost?" He's like, "No, he just grows ghosts. He hang dries them and then grinds it up into not a fine powder, but like enough that you can shake. Smaller than like red pepper flakes, but bigger than like powder.
Okay, so you don't get the crunch. You don't get a crunch. You just get the.
Yeah, it adds zero texture to it.
Okay, all right, that's what's up. That sounds badass. Who was that person you were telling me about? You ain't gotta say the person. I don't know, but who was? You said they have fucking. I think you even sent me a picture, maybe, but had fucking jalapeno peppers like as big as their hand and shit.
I don't remember, but I know what you're talking about. Who was that? I can't remember if it's somebody I saw or if it's somebody I know.
I feel like it's someone you know, but it was weird because you
Oh
told.
no, yeah, I remember. That's Wendy's sister. They're part of like a food co-op, so they pay like a monthly subscription and they get like either a weekly or a bi-weekly delivery of produce. And the jalapenos that she got from her produce delivery were huge. They were like the size of probably about three quarters of my hand, like from bottom to about right here.
I wonder what's the difference because like when you get store bought jalapenos, they fucking fit in the palm of your hand and they're not even as big as the palm of your hand. But you told me about that, and then like 1 or 2 days later, this girl I follow on Snapchat sent me a picture of some jalapenos that she had grew, and it was big as I mean, she might have small hands, but it was big as her fucking hands, and it's like That's crazy. Like you grew that yourself at home, but what's different from what Walmart gets delivered to them?
It probably has to do all about the profit. So if they can turn a harvest quicker, then that
Right.
means picking them sooner. But they won't get as many attractive peppers and non-damaged peppers to the store as possible. So if you let it age longer before you harvest it, chances are you're gonna have more loss. So to prevent from financial loss due to product loss, they probably just pick them sooner.
And turn the profit quicker. You
Yeah,
know,
turns quicker.
mass
Plus,
produce that bitch.
I pick them this day, I sell them on this day,
Oh
versus
yeah.
adding a week or two to that process.
But man, I've told you about it, and I don't know. Our conversations. I don't know if it's on air or not, but we've talked about how I think it was all fair. I cooked this dish that's tachos, so it's nachos but with tater tots,
Yep.
and I've cooked it two different ways. I've done it one where I put jalapeno store bought pickled out of the fucking jar onto it, and I love that because it's a lot of flavor and they're juicy. But then I actually bought, just pickled jalapenos and cut them up myself and cook them with it.
Yep.
And man, just that natural, it just tastes more natural. Like you get the crunch and everything, you get the same flavor, but man, there's nothing better than just fucking jalapeno or any vegetable that you cut up yourself.
Yeah, no doubt. And one thing we want to do next year, we have a big. Well, you remember our house. You know how we have two trees in the front yard.
Yeah.
Well, the tree that's closest to the house, we're gonna have it cut down. And we were talking about after we what what's the face about?
Why are you gonna have it cut down, dog?
Because it's so close to our house that the root system's gonna interfere with the foundation.
You are the problem to humanity. We're just fucking cutting down trees. Let's cut another one down. It did nothing to us, but since it is in our way, cut the grass. The grass is fine, but the tree, man, does the tree have to go? Is there any way that you? First of all, I cut you off. Well, you made me cut you off. I don't know your reasoning for it yet, but is there any way to not cut the tree down?
Oh yeah, then just have tens of thousands of dollars of foundation repair when it like wrecks my house.
Oh, okay. So this tree was here, but the house wasn't. So to save our house, we gotta cut the tree down.
No, the house is older than the fucking tree, motherfucker. And
All right.
whoever either planted this oak tree or allowed this oak tree to grow should not have. There's no reason to have this oak tree that close to the house.
I'm not a tree hugger, but the reason I think I'm so passionate about this conversation right now is I'm writing a book, and it has to do with help me out. What's it called? When you die and then come back again?
Yeah, this motherfucker must have reincarnated into a tree. And
Reincarnated.
that means he did something bad, so fuck him. I'm cutting him down.
No, trees are amazing, but the tree that I'm gonna have reincarnate is going to be beautiful, but it's gonna lose all its friends around them, and then it's gonna end up dying by
Lose its
getting put in a
friends?
wood chipper.
You said it's gonna lose its friends?
The oak tree that you're cutting down has a friend right beside him.
These trees have friends?
Yeah, dude. They grow into each other. They let their branches twirl in. They're fucking hugging and shit.
That's an interesting concept. We'll come back to it if we remember to.
Okay, but yeah, can
So,
you go on with the tree and shit?
yeah, so we're cutting the tree down. And then after that, we were talking about how in the States, front yards are kind of pointless. Like, the only reason we have a front yard is because we build houses pushed back off the road. So the front yard is just a natural consequence of not having your house touch the road, like a townhouse or apartment. So we're talking about turning half of our yard into like a vegetable garden.
That'd be cool. I ain't mad at you for cutting the tree down, especially since
Yeah,
it
see
was
how you
plant.
just let me talk. fucker.
I was letting you talk. I just made a face that was disagreeing with you, and you
Yeah, I
called
didn't
me
want
out for it.
just like when you called me out, thing I was doing some weird shit off camera. What do you say?
You want to revisit it? Because I remember it.
Did you scratch your butthole and sniff it?
Butt crack. I didn't think you. I didn't think you went into your butthole, but your butt crack.
But yeah, you just made like a stink face, so I had to address it.
Yeah, and I was making it. I was gonna hold it until you got finished, and then
Well,
once you got finished, I might have would have stopped it.
no, we need to cut it down because it will do true damage to our house. It's already done some visual damage, but there's no like foundation cracks or anything yet. So before that
Especially,
happens, before that
especially,
happens,
you got it, man.
it's weird not being in the same room. You can't feel the energy of the person about.
It's annoying, dude. I hate to cut you off because I said you got it, but we fumbled the beginning of that Gailey interview.
Yeah, I was about talking, and you're about to talk, and I was just like, I don't want to do this whole back and forth. Fuck it, take it, man.
And see, this has never happened. It always happens with we talk at the same time. I'm like, oh, you got it, Bobby. And then you start talking, but you let me talk this time. So I'm just, and it's the screen's on me, so I'm just like, yeah, so you live in Cali now. Because I didn't have a question. I just want to ask him more of how he was doing and how things are going. It's been a while since I've seen you, and then once that happened, I just sat back and I got a smile on my face, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta think of something. Bobby passed it to me. It's like what they say. I fumble the ball at the goal line.
Hey, it's all good.
Nah, it was good.
Conversations are messy when I did just scratch my ass on camera. I just looked and I was like, shit, they just saw all that.
And see, I was looking down, so I didn't even see it.
That itchy butt, motherfuckers. I'm scratching my ass.
Hey, scratching your ass and scratching your ass crack and smelling it is two different things. Your butt itches sometimes.
I didn't do that, by the way, so you need to make that clear.
Yes, because you would have admitted, you would be like, damn it, Nate, I did, but you didn't have to call me out. Like, no, you admitted you didn't do it, and I believe you. But, yeah, scratching your ass crack and scratching your actual butt cheek is two totally different things.
Yeah, especially if you don't smell it.
Especially if you don't smell it. But I'm going to be 100% honest. Sometimes I scratch my butt crack and smell it. Who doesn't? Well, I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't, but
I'm impressed by the smells my body can make. Like, damn, I did that.
It's so weird how we, as humans, are either okay with our own smells or we actually like our own smells, but that same smell from another human, we hate. You feel me? So, okay, let me.
I wouldn't say I like it when I stink and hate it when other people stink. No, I wouldn't say that.
Well, see, I do. Like, if I take a shit, I'm like, man, like you said, I'm impressed. My body made that smell. But if I go into a bathroom right after someone else shits, I'm holding my nose, trying not to breathe.
I said I was impressed. I didn't say I enjoyed it.
It's fucked up, man, but I enjoy it. My armpits stink. If I'm in public and my armpits stink, I'm like, oh, fuck, man. Other people are going to be able to smell it. But I'm at home. It's a weekend. I ain't left the house. I ain't taken a shower in a day. I wake up and I smell my armpits. I'm like, damn, that's rough. But, man, that smells kind of good. But if you come over and your armpits stink, it's going to be, no, bruh, you need to do something.
Yeah, I can't connect to that thought at all.
Well, that sucks because I didn't look it up, but I ran across an article a few years back that said why we actually like our own smells when they're bad and why we don't like each other's. And I don't remember the scientifics behind it, but I remember it's a true thing, and I thought I was the only one, but I was like, oh, so this is actually it has scientific reasoning behind why we enjoy our own nasty smells but don't like other people's.
Hmm. A weird thought. We've said a couple of times, or maybe it's not we, maybe it's you. I've said a couple of times tonight. I don't know if we said this on air, but I want to talk about XYZ. I have a weird thought.
Yes.
So unless we're having like a deeply personal conversation that we don't want anybody other than us two to know,
Uh-huh.
we're talking about subject matter that's like dear to somebody else that we don't want other people to know.
Yeah.
We'll just like record every fucking conversation we have and use it as content.
No, I'm cool with that 100%. Like, I mean, yeah. If you call me and we're just talking to shit, and I'm about to be home, and I'm like, hey man, I'm about to go off work. I'll call you in 30 minutes. Then yeah, let's do it. Like, I'm totally cool with it.
Yeah, because we had a conversation the other night and we both said, man, this would be good for the podcast. Then we'll have a conversation like, man, too bad we didn't record that. That would have been dope.
You
Like
know who we have to thank for that?
Wendy.
Yo, because she was like, wait, why don't y'all just record that shit?
Yeah, I wouldn't ever thought about that.
Me neither.
And I told her that I'm like, hey, they drink discussions came from you because you're like, hey, y'all already have a schedule laid out. Your artist didn't show up. Why waste this time? Just go ahead and have a conversation and record it.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%.
It was like super entertaining and super engaging. Great. People will love it. And we're just talking shit, and people are like, I would not fucking watch that. YouTube's paying attention. The
Yep.
motherfuckers with algorithm hits.
100%. You just said something like, "Oh, your artist doesn't show up." Man, I'm still butthurt over Sage Kelsey's Zoom. Like, I feel like that would have been such a good interview, man. And it still can happen, but I deleted him off Instagram. I stopped on following him. Or I stopped following him.
You're hilarious.
I was butthurt over that one, man.
Again, like I said, each person that we message and each interview that's booked and set, I come to it with like I want to say no expectations, but you're as you said, humans have expectations. As close to zero as I can come. I'm at like if 100's the scale, I'm at like .01.
You know, that that episode happened before I wrote down in my book of what I want this podcast to be and how I want us to reach that goal and my part that I can play in it. And one thing that I always go back to in my head is don't get frustrated if Bobby does something that should annoy you, and don't get frustrated if an artist that you have on should annoy you. And I know 100% if that would have happened after I wrote that down, I wouldn't be annoyed. But that happened before I had any clue on what I want. I know what I wanted from the podcast, but I wasn't that driven on this is exactly what I want. And that frustration fucking killed me, man. Like, I had to fight myself not to message him and be like, bruh, we was trying to chop it up with you, man. Like, what happened? You know? And I fought myself and didn't do it because who cares? But it fucked with me on the personal level. But if that shit happened right now, nah, fuck it. Like, he has his own life and he's not obligated to come on, even though he said he was. Who cares? On to the next one.
Yep. Yeah, that's how I see it. Just kind of is what it is. One thing, because this is my first customer service kind of like sales job. And I remember my first manager, when I was still kind of new, I was a little bit frustrated. Had lost a couple sales. He sat me down, or he didn't sit me down. He just casually said, "Dude, no one customer will make or break you. No 1 week, no 1 month, and if you do this for long enough, no 1 year will make or break you." So, you have one artist or whatever doesn't show up, one guest, because we have more artists at this point, I guess. But if one guest doesn't show up, or their interview sucks, or they're an asshole. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's fine. You know.
It's been a little
I
bit. We invested ourselves, but it didn't work out. Big deal.
with Sage Cozy June, I was, and I'm not mad at him, but I was wearing my heart on my sleeve, and I took it personal. I was like, damn. You said what?
Being a little bitch.
I was, man. I was in my feelings.
Oh.
So I still got the packy, and what I noticed is we get a free bag of chips up to $5.99.
Oh shit.
Yep. If you still got your
For that $15 chip, we get $6 back.
exactly, so we paid $9 for it.
Yep.
Yep. Had to do a little math. I got 2 new shirts in the mail. Speaking of putting shit up to the screen, I just got really close to the mic. So they did a little Black Friday sale, so I got me another birds aren't real, and on the back of it, it's a pigeon, and it says, "Where's I am a lie." And this, huh?
I missed the front of it. Sorry.
The front, it's just their logo. Birds aren't real.
Okay.
And this girl I follow on Instagram, I thought about it. I would like to have her on. I would need to do more research and also see if it's something that she would even be interested in. But she's a clown, and she does more like erotic stuff. But I'm only putting this on YouTube. One, because we're not that big, so I don't think we'd get banned. And two, looking at it in person, you can even barely tell. But it has her on there. And sorry, YouTube, don't ban us, but there's some titties that are super blurry. It's an aesthetic of the picture, so it's not supposed to be HD. But she posted that she was selling shirts of her, and I was like, fuck it, I'll pay a little $30.
You said she's a clown?
Mm-hmm.
That's what she does as a profession, or that's her Instagram persona?
No, that's what she does as a profession. Like she goes around doing shows, being like I said, like an erotic clown.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, message her if she's down. I'm cool.
Yeah, I'll definitely message her because I have a little rapport with. The only rapport I have is, hey, I want to buy your shirt, and she's like, fuck yeah. But at least she knows I'm a supporter and not just someone wanting to get on the podcast.
You know, just trying to clout chase.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, being an erotic clown is definitely off the beaten path. I don't think that's a mainstream career.
Right, and I don't think she really does. Like, I don't think she gets naked at her shows per se, but it's definitely not for kids. It's like probably you gotta be 18 plus to enter her shows.
Gotcha. I mean, fuck it. Even if she was like a clown that went to like child parties, like
Right, it's cool.
Like, why? Like, why did you choose that?
Definitely off the beaten path.
Yeah, customer service, sales. I mean, tens of thousands, if not millions, of us across states do this shit.
Right.
Being a clown.
Yeah, her name's the Icky Vicky Sideshow.
Icky Vicky.
Yep.
All right, Icky Vicky. See you in a few weeks. That'd be what? January. Whatever that second Saturday is.
Hey, no, that one's booked. I forgot to tell you. That's Tom, old Tom.
Old Tom, shit. Okay.
January 9th.
Oh, third Saturday then. I meant second available Saturday. You told me about Old Tom.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I know. I told you that. That's what I was going for, but I didn't know if I told you.
Yeah, I guess the year starts on a Friday, so yeah.
Yeah. So January, man, Lil Wayne had a line on the Carter 5 Deluxe, and he said,
"What's hard, a jail or Mr. Carter?"
Shut up, man. Stop bringing that shit up.
Find out.
Shut the fuck up, man. He was talking about like spraying the block up, and he said, I'll have it looking like January 2nd or July 5th. and I still can't understand what he's saying because he's either saying one or two things. Like he's saying people are hung over on July 5th, the day after July 4th, or on January 2nd after New Year's, that they're hung over and they just feel like shit. Or what I'm thinking more so is I'll leave it looking like January 2nd or July 5th is the day after those parties, the house is completely trashed. And that's how he's going to make it, look if he shoots up the block. I'm like, how does he think of this shit?
He's Wayne.
Bert, oh, I'm gonna make it look like January 2nd or July 5th after I shoot the block up. Like, what?
I mean, he's a paid communicator, and at this point, he's really a paid thinker because I don't know what other business he does, but in the business of hip hop, he communicates and he thinks. He does two things all day.
Oh, man. He sold his soul to the devil. That's what happened.
Maybe.
He's Illuminati.
Nah.
That's what it is.
Hey, if they come knocking on your door, you sent them. I didn't say it.
Hey, if they come knocking on my door with a big enough bag, then I'm going to be like, hey, where's the devil and where do I sell my soul? You got 30 million for me? All right. Is this where I put my signature? I'm bullshitting.
Oh.
I saw a friend sell his soul to the devil. Now he's... Yep.
What he get from it?
Death.
He got death?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
He's dead.
Well, it didn't work then.
Well, obviously it did because now he's with the devil. Actually, selling your soul to the devil should mean that you get riches and all the good things in life that are actually evil. But yeah, maybe the devil's like, nah, I can't use you, but I can use you down here if you want to come chill with me for eternity. Maybe that's what happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
The devil just didn't see potential. So so let's go back to trees. You don't think trees have feelings, bro?
I didn't say I didn't think trees have feelings. I said I don't know if trees have friends.
That is what you said. You don't think they got friends?
Yeah. I mean, I've never thought. I didn't say I didn't think they have friends.
You didn't say that either.
It's a concept I never thought of. So if you want to expound on your thoughts behind it, that'd be interesting.
I don't know. I have thoughts in my head that I don't know how to explain, and when I try to explain them, they come out crazy. But I just feel like trees, I feel like they feel each other's energy. And that's getting way too deep in it, but I do. I feel like when the tree's growing, it grows outwards. But if there's another tree that is close to it, it either protects that other tree or it entangles with that tree. And I feel like trees are smart. It's like what we talk about with animals. Animals are smart as fuck, but just because we're humans and we have technology, we think we're smarter. But those animals are super smart and have feelings and senses that we can never imagine. I feel the same way with trees. Like, a tree doesn't care about what the other tree thinks about it. It's not like, oh my god, you're being evil, I gotta get away from you. It's like, nah, bro, let's all be friends. Let's all be homies. A tree doesn't care if you don't like it. A tree doesn't, like, I feel like trees are, they're living things, obviously. If you put them in the ground and they grow, they're living.
I thought you had more to say.
I have a lot more to say, but I'm done talking. Because the more I talk, the crazier I sound.
No, because I was actually gonna start agreeing with you. Because I wouldn't say just trees in particular, but sometimes I feel like nature in general has conversations with us. I mean, I first witnessed this because I've never owned property until we bought our house 2 years ago. And the person that we bought the house from had back issues, so he wasn't able to do a whole lot with his property or landscaping, um, and a lot of stuff went undone. And we moved in and started cleaning up, so it just looks nice. It feels comfortable. It doesn't look shitty outside. Um, and one thing I started noticing, like as we started composting, I noticed areas that were previously just dirt are starting to become more green. So there's more greenery in the yard. This is gonna sound really weird, but I feel like Mother Nature was having a conversation with me because I'd be outside doing landscaping stuff, planting a garden, working on our flowers and stuff like that. And trash that we didn't place in the yard started coming up out of the dirt with
Right.
no signs of like erosion like um, from weather. So I felt like Mother Nature is saying to me, "Look, we didn't have a good steward of this plot of land, but now I see that you're trying to take care of me. So I want you to help me heal from this trash that's inside of me. So I'm going to give it to you. I want you to please take it and put it somewhere it belongs because I don't want it here."
It's like if I drink too much beer, I throw up. And that's what happened with it. It's like, oh, well, kind of, because if I drink too much beer, I throw up. But it was like, hey, man, I've had this poison put into me, and I can't flourish with this poison in me. So I'm going to throw it up, and I'm going to let you be the one to deal with it. Because all I can do is make it rise to the top. I can't take it away from me, but if you take it away from me, I'm going to flourish even more.
Yeah, because it's weird because like the more we clean, like the more shit we find. It's like we're not making this trash. It's not at our fence line where the neighbors are like um, dropping it and it's blowing in the wind. We do have a lot of that bullshit because we don't have the cleanest neighbors. But it's not like places where we find this trash that was happening. It'd just be random, like, oh, we clean up this flower bed, and next thing you know, there's trash in it. It's like, where did this trash come from? And I feel like Mother Nature is just saying, hey, I appreciate y'all taking care of me. Help me with this because I can't deal with it on my own.
It's okay how you say that Mother Nature is talking to you. It's the same way if you talk to Mother Nature. If you bring a plant into your house and you talk to it every day, the bitch is gonna grow more than if you just let it be there in the sunlight and give it water. Talk to that bitch. Put some Beethoven on for it. She's gonna grow much bigger or faster, healthier. Put poison in her and see what she's gonna do. She's gonna say, "Fuck you, man. Why'd you do this to me?"
Yeah, yeah. And I don't know how substantiated the scientific claims are, but I know there's been some studies, like even with water, like if you talk to water and say loving, uplifting words and phrases to water, like the molecular structure will like change. Like plants grow greener and healthier if you speak to them in a loving manner. So even if it can't be backed and repeated by science, it's still a very interesting thought because plants are more intelligent than we would
Give them credit for.
give them credit for. Yeah, I was getting a little bit late. I'm a little bit tired, so words aren't coming as easily. But yeah, give them credit for.
Yeah, I mean, we just we just destroy it though. Like we fucking pollute the atmosphere. We fucking throw litter down. We we just pollute it. And Mike Tyson says something that I really like. He said, "We can't live without the." He said something along the lines of, "We can't live without the earth, but the earth can live without us." And then he even went deeper in it and was like, "If the earth dies, we're completely fucked. But if we die, the earth is going to flourish so much more without humans on it." And it's like, that's true. Like, it has everything it needs. It has rain, it has wind, it has water, it has all of this shit. But here we are fucking burning fires in the backyard with 10 people getting drunk and fucking pouring out beer and doing all this dumb shit. So, the earth will flourish without us, man. and cutting down oak trees in our front yards.
They're playing a fucking garden.
I guess it's a win lose.
Yeah, there's a give and take. Um, to manipulate the earth by changing the geography, I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, as long as it's done in a positive intent with a harmonious method. Because sometimes, like for us to live the lifestyle that we need to live, trees might have to go. But that doesn't mean we can't replant them in a place that makes sense um, to plant. Like, hey, if I gotta cut down all these trees for a neighborhood, let's plant these trees over here where it's barren, or let's create a green space over here that will never be developed. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's kind of like a give and take. Okay, yeah, we need this developed so we can put a neighborhood because people that are in this community need a place to live. But why not replace these trees? Why not protect these waterways and shit like that?
I feel that.
Devastate with no repair and no accountability.
Yeah, but that's what we do a lot of times.
Yeah.
Can I before we get off of here, can I give a quick rundown of 2020?
I don't know what you mean.
I want to give a quick rundown of the things that happened in 2020.
Oh, like major events?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright. So I posted this on Snapchat, so that's why I have it at my availability. But we have the election. We got the stimulus check. We got Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion coming out with WAP. We got Zoom, which is what we're doing right now. And online school, which was accredited to COVID. Rest in peace to Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, and Breonna Taylor. But not only rest in peace to them, but the fucking backlash and the protests and everything that came after that. Finally, people waking up. You know, us in the black community have known it's been a threat for a long time that anytime we get pulled over or have any interaction with cops, it can end badly. But I feel like the rest of America woke up to that. The reason I thought about this and doing this is because we were talking about, you know, how trees get cut down and shit. But you gotta think, you may not even remember this. The Australian fires that killed fucking who knows how many fucking animals. Murder hornets that came and went. You may not care about this and may not even know about it, but the U.S. cracked down on TikTok saying, hey, we're going to ban TikTok, and there was shit all the time, but it never happened. Yep. Elon Musk's baby, I don't even know how to say the baby's name because it's like symbols and dumb shit, but it's Elon Musk. Something we both watch and can relate with is The Last Dance. Michael Jordan, shout out. Tiger King. Have you watched Tiger King?
Bits and pieces. Wendy watched it, and I caught bits and pieces, and it's outrageous.
That's what everyone says. I still haven't seen it.
Outrageous.
I gotta watch it. I gotta get back on fucking Netflix. Three things with games is PS5 and Xbox coming out. Animal Crossing, that was fucking huge. Among Us, which is that fucking, I don't know, that weird ass game that everyone was talking about. And then to end it with one more sad note, we gotta talk about 3 people that died. I'm not gonna go with like so much with King Von and Pop Smoke, like rappers. I'm gonna go with more so of Kobe Bryant and Gigi, you know, dying on the helicopter along with I think 7 other people. Also Chadwick Boseman, which was not only a black superhero portrayed in a movie, but was a black superhero to us. And also the late and very great Eddie Van Halen. 2020 was fucked up, dog.
Yeah, and the list goes on for celebrity greats that we lost. And dude, you just said the Australian fires. I fucking forgot about those.
I knew you.
That was February.
Yeah,
Of
man. I knew you forgot about him.
yeah, because once COVID hit, like that was the only thing we talked about for a long time until the election, basically. From March to the election, that was just COVID.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of dumb shit that happened.
A positive note you could end on that you forgot about though.
Talk to me.
Fucking off the beaten path podcast reboot.
Hell yeah. I stayed on your ass. I was like, Bobby, when we gonna start the podcast? You're like, I don't know. Nah, man, when we gonna start every phone call conversation we had, when we gonna start the podcast back?
You call me and talk about something else. Hey man, have you put any thought into the podcast? No, dude. Dude, why not? Like, when the fuck are we gonna start back? Oh, man, you thought about it. But hey, man, it's going strong. Gonna finish the year with 1,000 followers on Instagram. Get some more awareness out there. Had some great conversations with some amazing people.
We've had some great conversations with amazing people. Like just the ones that pop off my head without thinking about it is Tito, Chobi, Luca, Gailey, Lex, like, and that's no slight to the other people that we've talked to. You know, you got to speak with Hannah Ruth. I didn't get to speak with her because I was I was so mad at myself because I was supposed to be the first one back. I was like, bro, I forgot I'm going to Six Flags.
Right?
Oh man.
Man, you've been on my ass for like 6 weeks to get something booked. I finally book it, and you're going to a fucking amusement park during COVID?
COVID, the heat of it.
Yo, I forgot I had this booked. I'm like, man, that's why I didn't want to do this podcast.
And honestly,
And now I'm talking about, hey, dude, let's record every conversation we have.
yeah, man, I was afraid to
Hey,
send.
let's record every conversation we have.
I was afraid to send that text because I was afraid that it was going to block shit like this from happening, where we just talk shit or where we actually get guests. I was like, I've been on his ass so hard, and I feel like when I send this text, he's gonna be like, "This is exactly what I didn't want." And I'm done. I was like, man, please don't quit on me, Bobby. I promise it was one little fuck up, even though it was the beginning.
Now, had been a guest that you booked, I would have been like, ugh. But Hannah's great. I love talking to Hannah. She's easy to talk to. Lots to say. It sometimes goes way deeper than I expect. I'm just like, I don't know what to ask because I know nothing more about the subject. So
Right.
Expound if you want to. If not, we're switching gears very abrupt because you went way over my head.
And something else with off the beaten, we've upgraded. You know, I was faking it till I made it. I had a microphone in front of my face that didn't work.
I forgot about that. You say, I'm just going to set this up. I was like, and that one time I called you out. I was like, hey, Nate. I was like, can you get closer to a microphone? I can't hear you.
and then after having, oh, I forgot about this one. This was a good one. Having King Hooker on, and he had his fucking microphone arm and microphone set up, and the King Hooker neon light in the background, and I was like, damn. You know, not only do I need to get my microphone working, I need to get an arm. And I didn't buy it. Brushy just happened to have one, but I was like, Brushy, can I please use your arm? So it's like, you got a microphone, like, we've upgraded.
Yeah, I've had my microphone. It's from back when I was doing like home recordings of bands back in Mama's house. That's a set I'm using today.
And you were you using a microphone on Off the Beaten?
On the first round of guests, yes.
Right.
Then my computer died, and then on when I rebooted with Hannah, I did it, and I think I did it for the next few guests until I realized I could use Wendy's laptop with my inbox.
Hell yeah.
You'd have to buy a new router because like my Wi-Fi was so jacked. Like King Hooker, we should probably get him back on like in January or March, just because my Wi-Fi was so fucked. It can be a much better interview.
I remember that. Yeah, that shit sucked. Yeah,
It
because
gets
you were
me
break.
out. So like every time I talk, like sometimes y'all you'll be like, I think he means this.
Oh man, yeah, man. And, like even with the first Lex interview, or I hate saying interviews, the first Lex episode, and then the second one, like I had to tell her, look, we've made a lot of changes, so it's gonna be better quality than the first one.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
think then with each time we have somebody on, we just whether it's a comfort level or just slowly developing our skills of communication. I think each guest we have on is a better conversation
yeah,
on that.
yeah, yeah. I don't know about you, but I feel like Gailey was the best conversation, and to me, I feel like it's just because we knew him and we're both comfortable with him.
Yeah, because truly, like I haven't made notes. Since, who did we have on before Q-Tip Bandits?
Luca.
Luca. I think I made like 5 notes for Luca, zero for Q-Tip, and zero for Gailey.
Oh wow.
Like, I'll go watch her stuff now, and like I'll write down keywords um, of like an album name or stuff so I won't forget. Like, I'll fully dive in, listen to it. I still do research, but it's just like tomorrow when I go to work, I'm not gonna have notes for any of my conversations.
That's
Well,
where
I'm not gonna have notes for any of my conversations.
that's where I want to get to because it's like I don't feel bad for doing so many notes because watching No Jumper interviews, he has his phone and you can tell he has it on, never turn off, never go to the screensaver. So it's always on. And it's not a distraction, but you'll see him, he'll be like, yeah, man, so shit. What we need to talk about, and you can tell he just read a question. So I'm like, I don't feel bad, but I do want to get to the point where I have zero notes or very limited notes.
Yeah, and I guess it just kind of depends. Like, I'm not gonna say I'll never use notes again, but I'll just try to keep it very limited. Like if we have Jonathan on, I'm gonna ask very specific questions about very specific times of his life, and we're not best bros. Like I don't hang out with him on the weekends, um, so I'll definitely have notes for that. So when I ask, it's he knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Right.
But um, yeah, I just want to get better at communication.
It's I'm gonna go with two things. I got a piece so bad, and I know you're getting tired, so I guess we're about to end it. But I watched this Nicki Minaj interview from 2012 today with the Breakfast Club, and she was fucking on their ass. Like, this is why I don't like doing fucking radio, interviews, because I'm an artist and I just asked you if you saw my video, and two of the three of you haven't even seen my video. Shouldn't you do your research before? And then I look at our audio interview where she was like, man, you guys have done your research. So it's like, I definitely want to be able to ask the questions that they maybe don't get asked often, or they can tell we've done our research, but I want to be able to do that like you without fucking having 3 pages of notes laid out in front of me.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's no right or wrong way. I just feel like me, I want to exercise my skill of memory. Memory is a skill. If you don't exercise it, you lose it. So,
Ohio gozaimasu.
oh, he's got this.
Hey man, I'm working on that arigato. I'm working on that sensei. Actually, it's sensei arigato.
I like how you pronounce Japanese like Spanish.
Bruh, that's what I feel like my problem is.
I just
Because
feel
it
like
should be like sensei arigato, but I'm like sensei arigato.
I just feel like you just spoke Japanese the way a country black man would speak Spanish.
I feel like if I do go to Japan and I am able to speak their language, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, definitely not his first language, but it's badass that he actually can speak to us. We're gonna laugh at him, but it's still badass.
Only country I've ever been out, or I've only ever been in one country outside the states, and in Italy, when I did have to use Italian, or times where I didn't have to because they spoke very good English. but I chose to. They were very appreciative that you take the time and the effort, um, and don't just assume, oh, I'm American, motherfucker. You want American dollars? You gotta speak English. Like, if you don't come with an attitude, they're very appreciative of it. In that,
Yes, folks from other countries, they really do respect that when you go into their culture and you're able to speak their language. It's like when I had my Japanese lesson with the dude, I was like, "So what other languages do you speak?" And he told me, and he was like, "And I'm also learning Korean." And I was like, "Why are you learning Korean?" And he was like, "Because I go to a lot of Korean restaurants, and if you go in there and can speak their language, they will treat you like royalty." I was like, "Oh, okay."
I'll say this, and then you can sign us off. My friend and financial advisor, Jason, white dude from North Georgia, born and raised in Raven County. Um, Very eclectic background. Like, I think for 3 or 4 years, they actually fucking lived in a teepee in Arizona.
Damn.
Like, his dad was just like, I want to move my family to Arizona. And I don't want to buy a house. I want us to live in a teepee. So just very eclectic background, lots to bring to the table. First time I ever had lunch with him, we went to What the Pho, Vietnamese restaurant in Duluth, Georgia. We sit down, and Jason doesn't speak Vietnamese, but when he picks up the menu, he orders in Vietnamese. And I said, "Do you know what you just said?" He's like, "Yeah, I ordered this, I ordered that, ordered this, I ordered that." And I was like, and he ordered for 5 people. Like, he just said, "Hey, don't worry about what you get." He's like, "What?" He's like, "Is there anything y'all don't like? Any allergies?" I'm like, "No, we're good." So he orders for all 5 of us, and the guy doesn't write anything down. I'm like, "You trust him to get the order right?" He's like, "Oh yeah, he never fucks up." And dude, it came out perfect, and it's one of the best restaurant meals I've ever had.
Yep.
You know, it's just like, and they took care of him, man. Like, when they came in, like, "Oh, hey, 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 how you doing?"
Mm-hmm.
He sat down, fucking ordered in Korean or a Vietnamese. And I'm like, "Do you know Vietnamese?" He's like, "Oh, just enough to order off the menu." And I was like, "That's pretty fucking dope."
Yeah, man. They love. Well, I'm speaking from inexperience, but from just what I've heard, they love that shit. And you speak their language, and think if he spoke to them in their language from the time he walked in until the time he left, he'd probably be treated even more like royalty. Like, oh, we're gonna give you this on the house, this appetizer, this on the house. Like, yeah, man.
And we still got that. We still got like free shit.
Oh, okay, yo.
I mean, he also spent a lot of money, so it's kind of like when we go see Boss and he gives us free beer. It's like,
Right.
okay, give me a $7 beer, but I just spent $80.
Exactly.
So they just appreciate, and when I say they, I don't mean specifically foreigners, but business owners, like when they own a small restaurant or something, they just appreciate every customer on a different level. Versus
Exactly.
Texas Roadhouse and, oh, I hope this person gives a 10% tip. It's like,
Yo.
no, this person is helping pay my bills.
Yo. 100%.
All right, signs off, motherfucker.
I don't know what I'm gonna say. I guess I'm just gonna go with the typical "stay black, don't be whack." And I really gotta pee. Unfortunately, it's not from water; it's from beer. So my kidneys are hating me. But drink water. Bye. I love you, man, and I hope you have a good rest.
Love you, dude. Talk to you later.
All right, man. Peace.